Hey everyone, Codex here. So today what we're gonna do is take a look at Elrond's native token EGLD, and we'll be discussing how we are currently getting rejected from the resistance, and we'll also cover what we should be expecting for the next few weeks. So if you guys like the content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course make sure to join our Telegram channel. So in the previous EGLD video, we covered the $67 level, and I say that this is a tough resistance and that this is the real test. And I also say that in my opinion, I don't think that we will break above it because first of all, this is a high volume node. So it's simply a level with a whole lot of interest from sellers and also buyers, and usually in these areas, the pace and the speed at which the price goes up and down is much weaker than the usual. And second of all, this level was literally filled with sell orders, which made our task of breaking above it somewhat impossible. And I mean, we can clearly see how we got rejected in here, and what we are currently experiencing is pretty much what we've been experiencing since mid-June. We've been going up to this resistance, getting rejected in here, experiencing that small downtrend and that small bearish phase on shorter time frame, and then retesting this level. And yeah, it's pretty much obvious that this area isn't going to be that easy for us anytime soon. Now, if we take a look at the Phoenix Ascending Indicator, which is a momentum indicator, we can see that the red line is going down. It's not below 50 yet, but it's going down at a very fast rate, indicating that the buy pressure is very weak. And the blue LSMA is also curving back down, which is a sign that the upward pressure that we've been experiencing as of late is coming to its end. Now, look, things are still somewhat okay, but what should concern you here is if both our lines, if the blue LSMA and the red RSI fall below 50 in the next few days, because if that happens, then that would be an indicator that the trend has totally shifted again and that we are back again in that downtrend. Because whenever both our lines fall below this mid-yellow line, which is the level of 50, the price literally collapses. Let me show you a few examples to make this easier to grasp. So if you go back in here, and I mean, as you can see, when the blue LSMA and red RSI fell below 50 and they remained below it for a very long time, the price totally collapsed from about 190 US dollars all the way down to 38. And this was pretty much the longest downtrend without relief phases in Elrond's history so far. The same thing happened in here, although it was on a much smaller scale. You can still see how the price dropped at a significant rate when both our lines, when the blue LSMA and red RSI fell below 50. And back at the end of last year, when we reached that peak, the story wasn't any different. Both our lines fell down below 50 and we totally collapsed afterwards. And so this is why I think that paying attention now to what this indicator has to tell us is very important. We know how useful this Phoenix Ascending Indicator has been and how it has saved us a couple of times already, and so ignoring it and ignoring what it has to say now isn't really responsible. I'm not saying we are bearish yet. I never said that, I don't think so. All I'm saying is that we have to pay attention here. If our lines fall down again below the level of 50, then it would be time to pack things up. I've expressed my opinion many times on EGLD and on this market, and I already said that I don't think that this bear market has ended. I still think that it will extend till next year. And I also said multiple times that I expect us to retest this $38 to $42 level, and I still think so. There isn't any reason why I should change my opinion now. As much as as much as I like this project, I think being objective is what makes you a much better trader or investor. Falling in that rabbit hole of following your emotions isn't really the option. And admitting that EGLD is weak and that Elrond has had one of the weakest relief rallies is the right thing to do. EGLD hasn't been the best, it hasn't done much, and even when other altcoins such as Matic or Ethereum have done incredibly well in the last 2 months, we've been seeing a very weak pace from EGLD. This is pretty much a fact which we can deny, and so this is why I'm a bit concerned about where we might head if this bear market continues for a very long time. So that was about it, everyone, for today. As I said, I think paying attention to what the indicators will tell us in the next day or two will be crucial. Thanks again, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.